Hey lads, welcome to today's casting. Today we have two, I would say, really interesting casting. And firstly, it's gonna be Tori versus Dsal. So, well, you see the French player with the Chinese name, that's Tori. So, I'm pretty sure both of the games from today will be really nice. So, first game is this, second game will be Windsurf versus Galactica. So we will see both of the games and hopefully they will be as interesting as I think they will be. And once again, thank you, Angs, for the second month subscribe. So love you and I really appreciate it. So without that being said, let's just start it. Alright, so we have a French versus Sweden matchup. We had, I think, this matchup before on Frosty and King Makes It. This matchup is really interesting, and at the same time, I would say it's kind of tricky. But then, it just totally depends on how people will play this matchup for this game. And actually, give me a second, I have to fix something before I just completely start. I forgot to fix that. Alright, done. Okay, so let's get to it again. So I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. There's already selected his deck. So he's going for. All right. So he has his Swedish deck. He has all of the H2 card. He has the Fish Crate, which I don't really suggest it for natives, but then again, that is his decision. So he decided to play it this way. And he's missing the H3 Pulsar HP card, which is kinda questionable. I guess he could just easily drop the Fish Crate and then take that card instead, but again, maybe he's planning to just play with the Carolines and Landsknecht, and at the same time he really wanted these Fish Crates. So he's going for the Mercenaries as well and 10 Infinite Caroline. So in a long game, he will get a really good sustain with the Fish Crate and the Carolines. But I would have actually suggested, even if you want to drop the Hussar HP and take another Infinite card, just go for the Infinite Cherokee ally. That is just much better than the Fish Crate, especially in natives. So I guess that is all about his deck, and let's move on to Tori. On French, she has let me see if she's missing something. He has she has Cav HP, Skirm HP, that is interesting. Fast building card, all the coin cards, and actually there is something missing. Oh my god, the native combat card is missing. That is not really good actually for this case, because usually when you're playing with French on natives, you want that card, especially the one on H2, because that card is 20%. Actually, no, it was nerfed, so it's 15% combat for your native units. So I'm not really sure why she's missing that card. And instead of that, she's going for the Stonemason, so I guess she can control the map faster. And also she has the 10 Infinite Haron card and also Infinite Gendarme, which you should have. Aside from that, also, well, as I've said, she doesn't really have any boost to the native warrior card, so that is kind of questionable. The only boost that she will get is from this card, so 20% HP for the native units. And actually that could have been much better. I don't know why she went with this decision. Maybe she thought since it's a Sweden matchup, she can use the Skirmisher HP. But then again, I would have, actually on this matchup, I would have just dropped this card and instead of that just taken the Native Warrior combat card. That would have been quite nice. But anyway, that is her decision. So I guess since we have the time, we can see the cards. So firstly, we have Tori, one of most favorite players by Floco. So Floco loves Tori so much. We all know that, and she's known as Young Jesus. I'm not sure what is that reference for. I'm not too familiar with Tori, but in terms of booming, 7 out of 10, art micro 6 out of 10, unit composition 7 out of 10, positioning and micro 5 out of 10, creativity 5 out of 10, splitting ability 6 out of 10. I've seen her play India quite a lot, but I was expecting that the splitting part to be higher, but I don't know. Laura's handling 5 out of 10, pushing skill 5 out of 10, and consistency 4 out of 10. And next we have Dsal. Dsal is OP, everyone knows that. And then in terms of the stats, we have the booming 7 out of 10, art macros 4 out of 10. So Dsal is more of a splitting player, so that's why he just avoids heads-up fight as much as possible. That's why his art micro is low, and sometimes he just do like questionable unit composition and also positioning and micro. So I guess that is the reason. Creativity 6 out of 10, which is nice. Splitting abilities 6 out of 10. I actually would have given that 7 out of 10, but still. Laura's handling 3 out of 10, pushing skill 3 out of 10, and consistency 6 out of 10. So for this matchup, since it's French versus Sweden, and since Dsal is quite nice, as I've said, on splitting, he should be splitting quite a lot on this matchup, but then we will see how he will perform and what he will do. And I guess we will just stop at the 39.59 so we can check everything. Hey Windsurf, I'm fine, thank you. And there we go, Cass with the rage. Alright, so I guess now we can stop it before anything happens. And also let's firstly we will check the scouting. So in terms of scouting, Tori almost scouted everything of Dzal's base. She doesn't know where the factories are. She doesn't know what's going on here. And also same goes for this bot. So as you can see, there are 5 mortars here, 4 layers of wall here, and some buildings to be built. But actually I wonder what was Dsal doing for this part. There are a lot of unbuilt buildings. And I don't know what that happened, and his tower is still not upgraded. And then he has some base setup actually inside natives, which is nice, and also Tori have spotted that. And there are a bunch of trees here, which are quite nice. Dsal can use those toward his advantage to wall the natives and also prevent Tori's units to walk into natives from this choke. And also, I guess that is all about his base. His base is actually quite nice. Some defensive building, some military building, and some walls. And again, everything on his base setup is quite nice. I would have actually went for some more military buildings on this spot. As you can see, he has the space and he could afford it easily. And right now actually it's quite low on wood. I'm not sure if I think he put the factories on wood quite late, but maybe that was the case, or maybe it's because of all these walls that he spent. Uh, and in terms of scouting from Dsal, he knows there are 3 layers of wall here. Nothing. He has no vision on this part regardless. He knows the factory's position, and also he knows that Tori has quite a defensive base setup, but there is no artillery foundry here, so that is good. So all these, I would say the initial defensive walls, he can see them and spot them. But aside from that, there are some defensive buildings here from Tori, and this spot is actually wide open. I don't know why, but there are only 4 layers of wall, and I'm not sure if actually that would be enough or not, but I doubt it, to be honest. And I was expecting actually more defense to be going on here, at least maybe 2 or 3 more layers of wall around the economy, and then build some military buildings at this spot or even here. And she has actually her plantation, and I've upgraded it for sure. And I guess that's all about the base setup. So now let's check the initial position for the start fight. We have bunch of musketeers lining up here on the side by Tori to prevent any sort of wall going up, or also be able to spot the enemy's movement. As you can see, Dsal already has bunch of units here with 5 mortars, so probably Dsal is going for a side push at this spot. And there are 2 militmen here. Again, I don't know why. We have said this many times. Your militmen always should be in front of enemies, so they will die as quick as possible, because you don't want to get popped by the militmen, because basically they're useless. And 4 villagers inside the choke point by Tori, so she would be able to close this gap as soon as possible, so that wouldn't be any problem. And actually, does Dsal has anything? Yeah.
Hello.
Well, I have to, I guess, change my green color so I can see that better. But there are 6 villagers here near the inside natives. So he's waiting here to set up the natives, and probably use the villagers to set up the other one. And I'm pretty sure these units should be enough to deal with these 4 gendarmes and these musketeers from Tori. And I'm not actually too sure why Tori started with 6 covering on the start fight against Sweden, and she's just lining up at the center rather than lining up at the native side. Maybe she's planning to just close the gap and this choke basically as soon as possible, and then also at the same time close the sides and just force the fight to be done at this spot. Maybe she decided to do that just because she found a weak spot. Well, maybe we can think she thought that there is no wall actually at this spot, so there are just 4 layers, and then there will be some more military building, but that's not the case. And oh, actually, I didn't see this. I forgot to check the spot. So 20 hussars going against a bunch of musketeers is not really healthy. So probably all of these hussars will die, but at the same time they could do some damage to these units, so that will be okay, I guess. But the main concern for Dsal is to just run to this spot and make a base setup, and also just go for the side attack. So let's just get into it and see what they will do. The wall is not upgraded yet, but it is on the progress. So the hussars are just flanking for the artilleries, I guess. No. Oh, never mind. They are just going for the natives. That is interesting. And Tori is just instantly setting up a wall here. This villager will go down 100%. And now, okay, so this is a really aggressive move by Dsal, setting up the fort next to Tori's walls, and then also shift clicking all these military buildings with the villagers. I wish actually he would have went for like 2 or 3 Raxes and 1 artillery foundry at least, because there are none at the moment. So he managed to control that part, and now it doesn't seem like Tori is just paying any sort of attention to the side. She spotted the side push here, and actually I really wish Dsal was just right clicking with these villagers on these militmen, so they would have just killed them. So this is a really nice push going on here. Dsal managed to deny the natives on Tori, which is really nice. Dsal is doing a really good job, but at the same time, his central, at the center of his base is under the attack, and he doesn't really have. Okay, so now he built one barracks, and he's setting up 1 native embassy here ASAP. And for that, I'm pretty sure he was forced to delete 1 state. But again, this is not something that dangerous. He will be able to control that, so that wouldn't be any problem at all. And now he's trying to go for the factory, but then I guess he didn't realize these are walled. I really wish he would have paid more attention and just killed this 1 villager. But at the moment, I feel he's focusing toward the center, trying to defend it as fast as possible. And these 2 militmen are just taking the best value here. They already managed to kill, I think, 4 villagers from Tori, which is, well, it's just a blunder by Dsal. He should have just right-click on these 2 with the villager. Since they're 1 HP, they will die quite fast. Okay, so the forts seem to be going up, so that wouldn't be any problem. Did Tori manage to actually get the natives? Yep, the first native just went up, and at the same time she's trying to apply pressure at the center, and all the siege units are dead. Just a bunch of musketeers are alive. And now Dsal is trying to apply pressure. I really wish Dsal made some will delete and then send, well, he hasn't sent the mercenaries yet, but he could have went in with a bunch of hussar and landsknecht and then just make so much trouble for Tori. So let's see how this will end. And meanwhile, Tori is trying to wall the center and deny Dsal from doing anything toward the center of the map. But then there is a really nice base setup here by Dsal. I really wish he was paying attention to this, so would have denied this as soon as possible. Okay, now he's trying to siege down the eco wall, and now it's just Tori is just panicking on the building. She just set up 1. Okay, wait, for a second I thought the training speed is not upgraded, and she has 3 cars to be sent, but neither have been sent yet. And now it's a really good time for Dsal to push in and just basically all in to this spot. He's trying to walk in with the Carolines. I really wish he was using the charge ability of the Carolines to just take out the factory. So 1 factory will go down 100%. I don't see that this factory could be saved anyhow. Actually, how many Carolines are these? Let's see. There are 36. Okay, so okay, one factory should be down at least, unless Tori managed to save it somehow with some magic. Okay, should be down. Okay, one factory is down. There was one mortar here at this spot, but tried and actually did some damage to the other factory, but that was not enough. I really wish Dsal was sending the mercenary corps. That would have been super helpful. And at the same time, Dsal is trying to make some chaos toward Tori's natives, which is really good, trying to use that splitting ability of him as much as possible. Okay, so both sides have upgraded natives, right? So these are legendary and these are legendary as well, which is nice. Okay, now Tori is just being super defensive. I really wish Dsal was just getting, was removing this wall basically by a few mortar, and sending these hussars into a bunch of musketeers is not healthy at all. And meanwhile, Tori is just sending... she's even using the CDBs, which are the villagers, to fight the Carlins. That is an interesting move. Okay, some hussars managed to get in, but well, that was executed. Tori put the factory on heavy cannon. That's a really interesting move. So this could be really helpful right now because she is under the attack and she can use these heavy cannons to defend, and that will be really good. I really wish these towers were upgraded. Let's see if we have any mortars in queue. Yep, we have. So 2 mortars are in queue inside natives, which is again not really good because Dsal already knows that Tori doesn't really have much of a military building nearby. It's just this stable, this barrack, and these two these two artillery foundries, and that's all about it. He should have went more aggressive on this spot and even tried to commit even further on this spot. The mercenary contract, the German mercenary contract is coming, so that will be a real good time for Dsal to apply more pressure here. That's a really good move actually by Dsal. He's doing it really nice. He trained some Cobrains to deny these artillery pieces by Tori. And wait, did she switch the factory again? Yeah, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but apparently she's not really looking forward to training heavy cannon. I think that was a misclick or something. Alright, now okay, Dsal coming up with 5 Cobrains. He should have actually, as I've said, he should have went for some mortars, dealing with these walls, and then after that just send bunch of hussars or even Landsknechts inside the economy. That could have been really easy, but now Tori is setting up bunch of outposts here. I'm pretty sure she sent the well, never mind. I thought she sent the stonemason card because the outposts were going up really fast, but apparently not. And right now actually he should have just put this mortar here to deal with this, and the other one just aim this building, so he would get lesser pressure from the side and just force Tori to send every unit from the economy. Alright, so I'm pretty sure there were 2 mortars queuing up here, but okay, they are going he's going for a center pressure at this spot, so he's trying to siege it down slowly. This villager will go down definitely. There's no way he can survive that. And okay, Dsal now going for one of the trade posts, which is nice. I wish he actually went for all 3 of these, because now he's just dominating the position, so he should have been able to apply more pressure. Okay, so Tori is just flanking with 4 mortars to just deny all this base setup. And right now I think it's a really good time for Dsal to just send a few more villagers here at the spot, so he can rebuild some of those buildings, and well, this spot can really use some hussars. It doesn't seem like he's trying to do anything for natives. He's just trying to wall it off and just focusing on this spot. This output should be going down. There shouldn't be any problem. So 3 more shots and it's already down. Okay, 2 more shots. Well, my bad. And the fort is already down by Dsal. Was there any mortar actually at that spot? Maybe there was a mortar, and then after it made the last shot, the Coven managed to pick it up, because I didn't really see any mortar going up. And now Tori is trying to apply apply some pressure on the center, but well, these are just bunch of infantry. There is no threat to Dsal regardless, so he should be fine. And at this point, Dsal should be just focusing into more artillery heavy combination, and then try to push back Tori into his base, into her base once again. And I'm actually wondering why Tori is not trying to build any sort of military building nearby here, because she can really use it. I'm not sure why. Momo, yeah, that is Tori. Alright, so I'm trying to see if there is any other run going on inside the map. So Dsal just placed one stable here. I'm not sure actually if he is going to use it or not. Tori just sent the advance arsenal. Wait. One petard is going up by Tori, and I don't think she can do anything with that. That one petard, I don't know what was the intention behind that. And now Tori is just on a wood problem. Did she have church guard? No, she didn't, but I guess those artillery pieces that she was using, and also the lack of one factory, is just paying off at this moment. So she was just forced to switch 36 villagers into wood so she can maintain native units. And I really wish Dsal units were hitting units rather than sieging these two useless walls. And let's see, Dsal in terms of economy seem healthy at this moment. He's trying to send all of the military parts, so he would be able to press this even further. I'm not really sure why he didn't send this earlier, because I usually send this card even before the fight starts, because it's really helpful. He should be training more artillery pieces at this spot, because he can really use it, especially at least 2 mortars to siege down these 2 walls. By just clicking the mortar on these 2 pillars, he can just get rid of these walls easily, like quite fast. Okay, so he's going for it, and as we expected, so that is nice. Tori has 3 covering here, 1 horse art, so she's trying to play super defensive with goons and skirmishers. And at the same time, is there anything special going on inside the map? Nope, everything seems normal. And Tori is now trying to use more artillery, because since she has more wood, more villager into wood, she's trying to train more artillery so she can maintain the food count, because at the same time she's also training native units, so you don't want your food count to drop to 0 at this point. But then she has 9 idle villager. Let's see where they are actually. So 9 idle villager, and well, most of them are inside the eco. And Dsal is trying to make a really nice pressure at this spot, which is quite nice. And I really wish Dsal was just I mean, at this point, he can afford a really aggressive push by mixing Landsknecht and Hussars. So, by doing that combo, you can just deny all of these units and just make a super heavy pressure. He's going for 5 Culverin. I hope he can use it well, but I'm not sure. Let's see if he managed to pick up anything with those 5 Culverin. Alright, so 1 Culverin is down, and Tori just trying to send the units from all over the map to that spot. These 3 native embassies shouldn't be there, though, to be honest. She should have just placed it here or even replace it to that spot, because she really needs to have it close. I'm not sure what are these Black Riders for. Maybe it was a misclick by Dsal. Because you, as Sweden, you already have enough anti-cav units, so you don't really need the Black Rider, even though they're not that bad. But still, as I've said, with Sweden, you don't really need them. At the same time, Dsal is trying to apply some pressure on this spot again by destroying Tori's buildings, military buildings, and let's see, actually. He could definitely train 2 or even 3 mortars here, snipe these buildings, and even force Tori to even go further back. I mean, it doesn't matter if your mortars get shot at by the Culverins, as long as you just apply enough pressure into enemy base, it should be more than enough. So, okay, this is a really nice move by Dsal. And now I suppose he should have went for more mortars right now. But as you can see, the Landsknecht Hussar combo is just paying off. They're just walking in, just shredding whatever unit that they can get. And I feel right now Tori is, yeah, she is low on food. And at the same time, just trying to get some artillery pieces, because, well, she doesn't have food really to afford food type units. And I'm not sure. I feel Dsal should have more units, but okay, so 2 mortars are coming in. That is nice. This is what I was talking about. Even though if these mortars die after they destroy these buildings, it is fine, because you're just forcing your enemy to just go further back and even try to replace that building with villager. Okay, these 5 horse art will be nice to have if he managed to use them well. And also, it was really nice if these hussars were not sieging this wall. He could have done so much better. Okay, so they are going in finally. Okay, so this one will go down 100%. Nice. So now Tori doesn't have any stable to flank from this side of the map. The only stable is at this spot, so Dsal should be able to push this spot even harder, but then at the same time he's losing a lot of artillery just because of these 2 Culverin. Well, as you also saw inside the rating, Dsal is not really good with the artillery micro. He's more into split fights, and he should be actually doing something about this situation, because his score is dropping really fast, considering Tori is down on 1 factory. But as you can see, Dsal units are more going to basically just suicide. He should be actually playing this more carefully at this point. And also, I really wish he was sending... let me see actually if he sent the fish crate. Nope. He doesn't have the fish crate yet. So that could have been so much food stacked there. And now Tori is just trying to get these TPs back. And Dsal is finally using the Infinite Caroline card. But then again, he should be trying to fight this differently, because right now he's dropping really fast on this Scarm Goon combo. and this won't be really good for him at all. And these Jaegers are just gonna die to gendarmes, which is not really good at all. And he actually managed to take off the sidewall, which is nice. He could use that later, and now he's just spamming the fish crates. So only 4 of these will be sent, so the other 2 will be cancelled as soon as the last one just come in. So okay, now he's trying to do some artillery work here, which is good. And is he training all of the native units? Nope. I suppose he's trying to save food, which is not good actually at this point, because you want to apply more pressure here, and if he had those native units, that would have been really nice. And meanwhile, Tori is trying to apply pressure on the center. Since this is her own wall, she should be fine. So trying to pick off the building slowly at the center. Meanwhile, has 2 villagers here to build. Thank you, Ivor, for the subscribe for the 2nd month. Love you. So really appreciate it. And let's go with the fight. This fight is just going super nice. I really love it. But then again, as you can see, Tori, Dsal is just suiciding so many units into the Scarem Goon combo. I mean, at this point where you see the score gap is really close, considering you have 1 factory advantage, you should be paying more attention and also doing the fight with more caution. And well, these artillery pieces will go down 100% because there are 2 Cobra in. It doesn't seem like okay, so he just pulled back 1 of them, and actually he should have just dealt with these walls so he can he could have a larger space. And this 1 mortar at the center is still doing some work, so which is nice. But the question is if Tori will use this part to apply more pressure or even do some counter-attack to Dsal or not. We will see about that in a second. Okay, so a bunch of native units are at the side by Tori. I really wish they were going into the fight and applying more pressure on this side, because right now the Dsal is not doing good at all. Actually, I'm not too sure why he's not training native units. Seems like he has been ignoring the native units for a while. I don't know why. And one more thing, actually, where is his military shipment point? I hope his military shipment point is not inside his base. Okay, never mind. It is not. It is not. So he's safe for that case. And Tori already made some base, well, 1 stable and 1 Raxus here. He should be sieging this wall slowly, so in that case Dsal won't be even notice that. But then right now Dsal is having a real hard time, and also his coin is dropping just because of the artillery spam and also the amount of mercenaries that he's putting into the fight, which is not really good. And as you can see, Tori is just taking the advantage right now. I mean, it just went from like everything on Dzal's side to just everything on Tori's side. It was a really nice comeback by Tori, but let's see if she will manage to maintain that position and also continue this comeback basically. Okay, so never mind. The military shipment point is on this outpost, so he should be fine. Right now, actually, Dsal could have used some hussars Even though there are some goons, but it's not much. All these scarms are defenseless, and the hussars could just easily find their path and then just walk into the scarms and deal with them. So we have 4 horse art coming in. These will be really good since Tori doesn't have any Cobra here right now. Just 2 Cobrains, 1 mortar to try to push slowly, and 11 shipments are stuck. Imagine these gendarmes are coming off constantly. That would have been really nice. And actually Dsal managed to pick this up. Yep. So 2 mortars here. Dsal managed to pick these buildings off, so there is no threat there at the moment, so everything is fine. But then Tori is just making a super defensive base right now. As you can see, this tower spam will be really good. I mean, these hussars won't be doing that much just because of these outposts. So Dsal should be pulling back at this point and playing it here. So as you can see, Tori is really low actually on food, but then she finally decided to send the infinite gendarme card. I hope she will just queue 1 more instantly after that one. So wait, where are the gendarmes? Oh, never mind, they are coming from the initial TC, I suppose. So in terms of resources, Tori does not look good at all, but then the other side, actually Dsal looking fine. He has 10k wood, but then again I don't know why he was not spending the resources on native units earlier. I mean, now that he's getting pushed, he's starting to use the native units, which is not really good. He should be switching and remicroing into food. And well, again, he's sending a bunch of Landsknecht. So these are really coin heavy, and if he doesn't get a good trade with them, which, I mean, against all of these scarms, they shouldn't be doing that much. But I'm pretty sure they can deal with these cavalry here, so that shouldn't be a problem. But then at the same time, the scarms are trying to target them. 3 coverings by Tori here. They're lining up. Okay. They have 1 more coming in. So now Tori has the artillery advantage. But then at the same time, she's really low on resources. And also missing 1 factory is just hitting her into the face. And she should be actually doing something about this situation, trying to slow down the push. And let's see how Dsal is looking. So Dsal has 10k wood and already switched the factories to food, which is nice. But then these villagers are still chopping. Should have used them elsewhere on a meal. Because, I mean, 10k in a situation where you're not gonna spend it that much, so should have just used it much better. I mean, even at this point, he can just replace the TC, because right now he only have 1 villager here, and that's all about it. So he cannot basically build much at this point, which is one of the main reasons he's just not really pushing or even applying pressure that much. Actually, I wonder how could he build these too close. Let me see. Oh, the TC zone is up to here, so you can just easily close this flank. Or even, well, as you can see, these 2 outposts are here. He could even do that as well. But, well, this is a suicide. He sees that there is a gap that he can walk in, but he should have just walked in with some hussars rather than using the Carlins to go in, because, well, these are just a bunch of scarms, and when you see French on this score, you know that French is not looking healthy at all. But I guess now he's using the hussars to walk in on this spot, but there are a bunch of goons, so these hussars are wasted. Okay, so, well, since they couldn't find the path through here, they just decided to go elsewhere, or maybe that was intentional. Well, anyway, Dsal is trying to apply more pressure right now, but then these gendarmes should be able to deal with these artillery pieces, and also these Kuvrin shouldn't be any problem. But I'm not sure if you guys saw this or not. These outposts just killed one Kuvrin which was here, and that was just by passive outpost shot. So that is one of the reasons you should always have the outpost near your fight. Most people just underestimate the power of outpost in their fights. To be fair, Dsal should just stop using this many lance grenades, because this is just costing him too much, and well, against this scare mass you cannot really do much. Is he eating the... Yeah, he's actually trying to eat the fish crates, but then again, if he was just constantly sending these infinite Carolines, that would have been much better. But well, here comes the suicide part. He's just sending a bunch of units inside them without paying attention at all, which is really wrong. I mean, all of these hussars could have been spent on something else, some ranged native units, and then mix them with Carolines, with some mortars to deal with these outposts. But then at this point, I feel just Dsal is just suiciding his units. This is not really looking good for Dsal at all. And his coin count is already down. And well, Tori is trying to apply some pressure into natives. Well, actually, this is 8 population by Tori idling inside the map. They're not really doing much. Okay, now Tori is trying to use the Explorer to tank shot, which is quite nice. I mean, this unit is just having 3k HP. It's just, as you can see, it's just tanking so many Caroline shots, which is quite nice. So many occasions to host spam. Yeah, I'm as I've said, I'm not really sure what is the Dsal doing, and well, he was getting close in terms of the score, but then again he lost the lead, and now Tori is just having rather a balanced economy at this point. Now she's just sending some musketeers, which I wouldn't really suggest. I'm pretty sure if she just mixed that with a bunch of goons, it was just much better rather than musketeers. Having a Skerm goon combo is just really annoying for Sweden. But then again, now actually Tori is just doing a really good job pushing this back. And anything else going on inside the map? The mortar is still idler. And 5 Skerms here with this mortar trying to siege that slowly. And Dsal is just completely back. Oh well, his mill was not upgraded, and he also didn't have the capital upgrade for the mills. And now I'm not sure for how long Dsal will be able to hold this spot. I mean, right now Dsal is just not training anything and trying to recover as fast as possible. But then at the same time, Tori is having 2 trade posts, which means she will recover from this faster. I mean, considering also she's down on 1 factory, but still. Okay, so the side push is completely executed, so there is nothing else by Dsal at this part. There's just 1 trade post here, and well, I was about to say about that poor villager who died. And now, okay, Dsal was trying to siege that. I mean, that was not really necessary. You should have just sieged the trading post. And there is actually nothing much going on inside the map. It's just both players trying to play passively. And okay, well, Tori is trying to walk in. Okay, so these musketeers are on melee, so they will be killing these mortars, so that shouldn't be any problem. She should have actually defended the villager first. I'm not sure if she saw that or not. Okay, so Dsal right now has no trade pools, but Tori has 2 trade pools advantage. And as you can see, Tori's economy is just recovering really fast. And also she has 14 more shipments to send. Actually, at this point, she should have went for the Haruns, even though your coin is low. But since you see your enemy is also low on score, you should be applying more pressure into them with more units. And those Haruns are really pain in the ass to just kill them with the Carlin, since they have range resistance and really tanky. If you have like a bunch of anti-cav, which she has, she could have just dealt with that easily. Anything else going on? So we have some skirms sieging down the native walls. So there is no threat inside natives right now, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. And Dsal is trying to spam the Caroline shipments as much as possible. And again, these 2 Landscanners, well, I guess he's trying to mass Landscanner and just run into the economy. Maybe that is the plan. So we will see about that in a second. Actually, he canceled one of the Caroline shipments. I guess he's trying to walk in with them. But then there are so many units at this spot, so those Carolines won't be doing that much, to be fair. Okay, so the native embassy is going up here. And okay, he's trying to kill the villager to stop the wall, so he will have a space to walk in. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure he can walk in through this part. But then other than that, how fast can he get into the eco? So there's one wall here, and then after that it's open, and then just one more eco wall, and then there is the economy. So let's see when Dsal decides to use these Landscanners. So there are 20 of them, and also actually he has plenty of resources. I don't know why he's not doing anything. He can just train a bunch of artillery and just deal with these units. It's just letting Tori to push in easily without doing anything. Okay, so he finally decided to walk in, and well, the Harun allies are already inside the battle. But as you can see, Tori's economy is just fully recovered. She doesn't have much wood, but should be fine, because I'm pretty sure she's on max native. So 20 out of 20 bolas and 20 out of 26 Huminka. So, and now Dsal is trying to walk in and trying to run. Okay, well, it seems like Tori already saw that. So this shouldn't be any problem at all. She should be able to deal with that, so there is no issue. No problem at all. Alright. Well, finally he decided to use the horse art, but then there is one Kuvrin here. And if Dsal won't train any Kuvrin, this one Kuvrin will be able to kill these Kuvrins slowly. Well, slowly but surely. Alright, so now Tori is actually applying some good pressure on this side. And these Lance Crash are actually somehow they managed to walk in. I don't know what was Tori doing. But then this gap is already closed. I'm not sure what is Dsal doing. I guess he was trying to go for that gap, but then... Well, I mean, all of those Lance Crash are just wasted right now. And at the same time, Tori is just pushing here. Actually, Dsal is having enough economy to just train a lot of units right now. I don't know why he's not doing anything. He can afford natives, he can afford artillery, and at the same time he has 9 cards to be sent from the home city. I don't know why he's not doing that. And... okay, well, it seems like actually he doesn't have any military building inside the eco. Maybe that's why he couldn't build it. So you can actually fill these spots with military buildings, so that shouldn't be a problem. And also he has 1 native NPC inside the eco, so he should be able to train a bunch of military units there. Once again, I don't know why he's not doing it. This game has the best comeback. Yeah, actually, it was a really nice comeback by Tori. I mean, I really enjoyed this game. It was really nice. I loved it. Okay, so we have, again, bunch of Hussars. 4 mortars in natives. I mean, what is this for? Why did he even, I mean, do that? I mean, right now you should be inside your economy and just defend this with your life. And also at the same time wait, what? Oh, never mind. I saw this for a second and then I was wondering, like, why did he drop in terms of population? I thought his overall unit population was dropped, but then never mind. My bad. Alright, so we have some horse arts just trying to defend. I mean, these 8 horse art will be doing some good magic right now if you manage to keep them alive. And well, the TC is going up here. Tori should be able to spam his explorer into these units, so she would be able to tank. And I actually wonder where the mortars are going. Okay, so there goes another split by Dsal. He's trying to make another pressure on this spot. And again, this one Covenant is just taking so much value. I just love this one Covenant. Okay, finally dead. Finally dead. Okay, one more thing. Dsal shouldn't be actually making any Landsknecht inside his base right now, since he's trying to make a split going on at this spot. He should be just making a bunch of Carolines, maybe some Jaegers, but again, he doesn't really need the Jaegers because you have 6 horse art and you should be training a bunch of native units to support that. But then again, I don't know why he's just... I feel like for the whole game he's been missing the native units. I mean, I get it that he's kind of low on food, but still, you want those native units to be inside the fight. Because, well, I mean, the more of them you have, and he's actually making the melee one, he should be making the bolas. Those bolas are really tanky and they will help to defend quite a lot. And, well, some might don't know, but the bolas have this snare ability, so once they shoot on something, they will make the units, the nearby units, slow down, because they also do splash damage. So as you can see, why can't I click? Okay, so they do 3 splash, and that is Just really annoying actually if you have a mass of them. And right now Tori is trying to make a respawn to that, and Tori is trying to actually move to that part of the map. Alright, so we have two Cobrins coming up. Counter comeback, yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure this is the counter comeback. But then again, if you check Tori's score, she is just looking super healthy right now. 21k coins, 16k food, and well, she has 16 villagers on wood, so that shouldn't be any problem. And meanwhile, she's trying to apply some pressure with this one mortar that she has inside natives, and well, with these 5 skirmishers. Well, okay, so this side attack just went to nothing, and now this was a nice flank by Hussar, but I guess maybe he just overcommitted with them, because he saw that there are like a bunch of anti-cav nearby, but he shouldn't be really spending that much on them. Actually, let's see in terms of score. Dsal is actually fine right now. He's making 3 more mortars again. Oh, actually, his native is open. This wall is not closed completely. There is a hole here, so that's why the units managed to walk in. I actually wish Tori saw that and then sent one villager into natives, and then he could have she could have just caused so much chaos inside natives. But then again, since I mean, based on the player scores that we saw earlier, Tori is not a splitting player, so she's more into heads up, so that's why I guess she's not doing that. But then again, at the same time, she's trying to siege down everything slowly. Okay, so these 3 mortars again are trying to pick up the walls again. Okay, so these artillery pieces will go down regardless of these dragons, so I'm pretty sure he can just clear all of these crewmen. Yep, all of them are dead. Alright, nice. That was a nice flank with the hussars, and now the landscanners are just shredding the goons, but then those goons were not much of a threat, so you should have just let them be there for now, for the time being. And now Tori is just okay, it's really nice that Tori is sending the infinite gendarmes constantly, and it's not really nice that Dsal is not doing the same. And also the lack of, again, the lack of native unit on Dsal is just really hurting him. He has 16k food and he can just easily afford natives. I'm not really sure why he's not doing that. It is really questionable. And right now, actually, Dsal should be just going back with these horse art. All of these will go down. No, one of them went down. And these 2 are really low. Alright, so... Wait, what? These scares were already inside natives. I don't know why they just went back to that spot. That was really weird. Okay, so... Oh, actually, Dsal started to send the Infinite Carolines once again, and... Actually, he could even send the fish crates. I mean, you get 4 of them, and then since your food is fine right now, you can just let it be. Alright, now at the same time, Tori is trying to turtle around Tori, So, sorry, Tori is trying to turtle around Dsal, so trying to prevent him from the flank or even any sort of attack from the side, which is a really nice move actually. I actually wish she was making these walls up to the center, so okay, so she cannot do that. Wait, oh, this is under TC zone. Okay, I thought maybe she can just extend this up to here, but then the initial TC is nearby, so that's why she didn't do that. But then again, she could just replace the outpost. Well, she already removed the outpost, but she could just spam a lot of outposts here and then just apply so much pressure on Dsal. And right now also she could use like few mortars and well, bunch of musketeers are idle at the center. One mortar is also idle in natives. This mortar has been there for a long time, and imagine if all of those population were just concentrated at this part. That would have been much better. Okay, now Tori is again low on wood and also has 8 idols. I'm pretty sure those are the wood chopping villagers. So she should be moving those villagers again into wood. So there are plenty of wood inside the map that she can use. She can even use dispatch. Since it's near the fight, she can use the villagers later on, just in case if she wants to build anything or something like that. So these horns will go down definitely because there is no anti-cav nearby. I mean, as soon as she saw the... Oh my god, there is no stable nearby. Come on, Tori. Where is your stable? I mean, that pressure at that spot could have just continued if she was having a stable to spam some goons, so would prevent the Huss flank at that point. But then again, she is again fine right now, but she definitely needs some mortars rather than just musketeers and goon. I mean, this is just a passive play right now. And also there are 3 horse art into this gate. I'm not sure for how long they have been standing there. I hope she spot that early rather than later. Okay, finally these skirms are going down. That took a while, but they're finally dead. And she definitely should be using those gendarmes actually. And still no mortars. Come on, Tori. It's just... Even 2 mortars would be more than enough to just end this. And... Actually, Dsal has 9k food. But then again, since he's not really training the native units, so... That is why it's really not doing much with that amount of food that he has. He trained some hussars here to flank, but then again, there are a bunch of anti-cav nearby, so they won't be doing much. And again, Tori is just on this spot with a bunch of artillery and Carolines trying to defend, so these won't do much unless you have a mortar here to siege. Right, so this, I'm not sure if that was just one musketeer trying to kill that slowly or what, but that was quite nice. I mean, killed one of the flanking stables, but still. Oh my god, why are you making coverings at this point? And also those idle units, they're useless. This is useless. This is useless. Tori playing like a noob. Well, that happens when you don't play the game for a while, I guess. She's playing really rusty. I mean, just making so many mistakes. Okay, well, that timing on the natives just was really nice. As soon as the hussars arrived, the native units also arrived to that part, but okay, so this stable will go down definitely, and actually, yeah, these, I was about to say, I hope she just move on to these Rexes as well, which she did. And then again, Dsal has having 16 shipments, and he's not really using them, which is really bad. Okay, nice. These horse art will get some good value again. Oh, finally. Okay, I guess this will be the end part. Finally, she saw that those horse art there, and also, well, of course, 5 mortars are coming in. So that would be something. But let's see. I mean, because she's also low on food. Let's see if she will do more mistake, or she will be able to execute. So a bunch of covenants are coming in, so at least they should be take out 2. Yeah, well, they did it already. 2 horse art are dead already, which is nice, and 2 horse art are sitting here. I really wish these mortars were aiming these walls rather than anything else. But right now they're not aiming anything. Okay, nice, finally. So I guess as soon as this and these walls are down, Tori should be able to walk in easily. But then again, now she's having food issues with 8 idle villagers. And actually Dsal should be fine if he spent resources on native units, and well, these 4 art were just on time, so they will do so much trouble. They will give so much trouble to these scare mass. But then again, the coverage are in time, so oh well, never mind. That host flank is just doing so much work. So 2 mortars are going down, it seems, and that should be all. Maybe 3 mortars. Yeah, 3 mortar is dead. And actually, Tori should just put these native units on guard mode, so they won't be moving around, just defending the artillery pieces, and that would be more than enough to defend the hussar flank. Because right now Dsal is just having a bunch of food, so he will be spending a lot of hussars. Okay, so okay, these hussars should be dead regardless. They won't be getting anything out of this, so that is already down. This Harun shipment was just in time. Now Tori will be able to apply so much pressure. 3 more horse art are coming up, but then again, there are 2 coverings. This one will be dead, definitely. Oh, okay, so one of them is already down, and she shouldn't really be walking this close to get shot by a horse artillery. But then it's fine, she has 3 more. She should be able to push this even further. And now Dsal is having coin issues. I'm not sure if he will do anything about that. It seems like the initial TC is going down. As soon as this one is down, Dsal will be in big trouble. So let's see if that will happen or not. Okay, another hussar flank coming in, but then that won't be enough to defend. And there goes the GG. That was a really nice match, to be honest. I really loved that match. I really loved it. Thank you, Ivar, for the bits. Wait, who timed out Hakuna Matata? I mean, what was that for? Anyway, it was a really nice game actually. Let's check the post game. Alrighty. Uh, Quiet Gear, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, probably Dramos being mean again. Yeah, Dramos, come on. You can do better than that. But, guys, just take a look at this though. I mean, Sweden with this much advantage on the resources. I mean, of course, French was missing the one factory, but then this is just so much advantage in terms of resources. I really wish Dsal was using and actually I actually wish he was spending resources more wisely, then he would have actually been able to execute that. And in terms of KD, Dsal is quite close in terms of KD. It's not that far. I mean, considering French has more skirmishers, better natives. Oh well, not for this case because Tori was missing the H2 combat card. But then again, uh, it was a nice match. It was a nice match. But the combat XP is just 10k higher. Just because all of those mercenaries dying, the combat will be definitely higher. And let's check the score. This is what I want to see. Swede's eco is a little too good in general. Yeah, I feel Sweden economy is quite strong. I don't know. I still believe Sweden needs some restriction in terms of uh I don't know. I don't know to be honest how to apply that because having all those torps on the trees and berries, you will just more or less get around 20 resource per second from 20 torps, and well, that is just like having 15 villagers, 15 extra villagers. That is just quite sick. Actually, Sweden economies I feel is quite strong. But then again, as you can see, most of the fight, Dizal was having the upper hand, but then he just dropped it by making wrong unit composition and just more like suiciding his units into nothing. He could have actually done that much better, but then again, he played it really nice. I really enjoyed the game by both players. It was amazing. Actually, the game was just amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I feel it was one of the best games that I've casted on this tournament.